So, but it's at what point, and I think this is where every responsible citizen, every responsible person viewing this show needs to go and say, okay, how much am I willing to take? Like finding your personal limits right off. It has to be one. What is it that what's going to happen when they make the vaccine mandatory? Am I going to get the shot?
Okay, that's actually, let's hold that for a second, okay, because this is an important point, and this point keeps coming up over and over again, particularly, I would say, in sort of the right-leaning politics. They keep talking about how we're going to have a mandatory vaccine. I'm a believer in reading very carefully the fine print of what the people at the top of our society pushing this are saying. And if you do that carefully enough, they actually tell you what their plans are in the small print. So what I have been telling people is that it's going to be a little trickier. So I don't think they're going to come out and say, everyone has to take this vaccine. What they're going to do, and they've said this, there was a paper published by the Massachusetts Institute of Technology that said this much. They said that what we're going to do is we're going to set up a system, whereas if you want to go to a gathering of more than 50 people, you have to be vaccinated. So if you want to say no to the vaccine, okay, you can say no to the vaccine, but guess what?
Your choice, yeah.
You can't go to a concert. You can't go to
But Jen, we have that in British Columbia. Education Minister Fleming said, we're going to register every kid now who's been vaccinated, with the threat that if you don't get vaccinated, you won't be able to attend school. And
right,
and just 2 weeks ago, he cut funding to the distance learning programs by 20%, right?
That's a good point. Okay, let me just run a quick video here. This video is about 5 minutes. It's on that subject you just met. So if you want to get a drink or something, this might be a good time. Turn up your volume or something. I want to play this little video because that segues exactly into what you're saying here. And I know a lot of people are concerned about this homeschooling thing. So let me just bring that up.
Hi, Premier. Just to ask you about the source of the echo. Regarding the situation involving voluntary return to schools and childcare, I have been speaking to a lot of childcare operators who say that they're worried about being forced to open up at full capacity or wondering what safety measures will be in place. You mentioned earlier that everything's going to be voluntary. Could you elaborate on that?
Well, one of the things that, the So we've been doing what we can to build up a very robust system that has been shaken, to no doubt. And we're going to continue to work with providers to make sure that they're comfortable. We're going to continue to work with early childhood educators to ensure that they're practicing physical distancing. They're working with children who are not always as amenable to suggestion, based on my experience as a parent. And we need to find ways to work through that. But I know ECEs and childcare providers are committed to their vocation, committed to the children of British Columbia, and together we'll get through this.
Hi, boys and girls. Remember this place? Morin Heights Elementary. We're getting ready for you to come, and we're so excited to see you. But I have to say, there's lots of big changes here at school, and some of the changes that we have to remember is that we have to stay 2 meters apart from everybody, all our friends, and we have to wash our hands more often than we usually do. So let's go over some of the rules that we've put in place to keep you safe and healthy when you come to school. At each entrance, there will be red dots on the ground for you to stand on, which will be 2 meters apart. So each door has them. So here are the red dots on the ground. When I arrive at school in the morning, I come and I stand and I wait for the teacher to start calling my class in. When my class goes in and the person ahead of me moves ahead, I can move to that dot when it's empty. And I wait. I wait for the teacher to tell me to come again. And when that dot is empty, I move to the next dot and I wait. Okay, let's go inside and see what it looks like in there. So I'm at the main entrance, the grade 3-4 entrance now, and I'm going to show you how to walk in. So, oh, there's Miss Antioco telling me, come on, Miss Marlin. So in I go. I walk to the spot on the tape. And I wait till the person in front of me is gone, and I walk ahead, and I wait Oh, nobody's there? I keep going. If nobody's there at all, I can walk right in, but I have to remember something very important. I need to wash my hands every time I come in and out of the school. And when I wash my hands, I need to stay on the blue line in the hallway. When I'm ready to go, I stay on the blue line and I wait till someone in front of me is gone. When they're gone, I can move ahead to the next blue line and I wait. The blue lines are 2 meters apart. That's what 2 meters looks like. Sometimes it's going to be difficult for the teachers to stay 2 meters away from you. And when that happens, you might see them put on a mask. When you see the teachers wearing masks, that's because they want to keep you safe, because they cannot stay 2 meters away. Do you want to see what a class looks like now? Come. Here's a sample of what our classrooms look like now with everyone 2 meters apart. So when you come to class, you're going to be walking in one at a time, and you're going to be going right to your desks. Oh, also, we're going to be eating in our classrooms now. The cafeteria will be closed because we're just too close down there. So you have to bring your own lunch, and the microwaves cannot be used either because we can't have everyone touching the numbers on the microwave. Also, don't forget your water bottle. You have to bring your own water bottle. Water fountains will be closed. So, lots of new rules, lots of new changes, but we'll get used to it.
But the thing is there, okay, so here you've got your educational system and they're going through all these extreme measures that ultimately mean less students in the classroom, right? Because you can't fit the number of students that you fit before because of these recommendations and stuff.
Jen, more crazy that you're defining compliance, state regimented lineups. You are taking away the thoughts and needs of kids and saying, mother government requires you to do this, and now you must conform. You must comply. It's insane. It's scary.
Yeah, so I thought previously that SOGI 123 was bad, and it is bad. But when you introduce this along with SOGI 123, you're getting kids that are being heavily indoctrinated. I mean, this is a totalitarian, authoritarian structure in our educational system that they're setting up now, and it is alarming. The thing is that they're taking all these measures, but like if you look at how kids are being affected by COVID, it's like almost a non-issue. It's like a normal flu, right? So what's with all this craziness? But the thing here that Chris McKay, who I work with frequently, has been talking about recently is that the government has just significantly slashed spending for homeschooling, right? It's like, okay, you've got a problem here where you're not going to be able to educate as many people. So homeschooling, you would think, would be, okay, this is a big ticket out for us. Let's make sure they get as much money. Let's in fact make sure they get even more money to keep their kids at home or wherever they're educating them with some of these online learning things and stuff. But that's not what they've done. What they've done is at a time when they need something like that, they've slashed the funding for it. So what's up with that?
That doesn't, what that does is it gives us a clear indicator that this isn't about a prudent good governance, right? This is about ensuring as many people comply and conform to the state will.